This is why you will never be able to retire. Retirement seems to be a normal part of an individual's professional life cycle. After all, working forever is an impossibility and not something many people aspire to. However, the reality of retirement is something that varies depending on an individual's personal finances. In this video, we discuss the reality of early retirement and why some experts say you will never be able to retire. What exactly is the professional life cycle of a working adult? Well, depending on your tax bracket, connections, Skittles, or talent, your prospects could vary. Some people are born into wealth and never have to lift a finger a day in their lives. Everything they want flows to them with little to no effort on their part. Others have highly bankable skills and talents. These could be creatives that end up in the musical industry, TV and movie industry, or the sports industry. These fields require hard work in addition to talent, sure, but the earning potential is crazy, and a few years of professional output can ensure a lifetime of relaxation. For people who don't fall into either one of these categories, the only real fate is to join the 9-to-5 workforce. You're going to get a white-collar job with a stable salary and with decent benefits. This job may not pay crazy amounts, but it will give you enough to save towards retirement. And so, you might be looking for a long 40-year career which will see you retire at the age of 60 and 70, by which time you will have enough money to go on vacations and pursue your interests, which you have so far put on hold. This may have been the reality for most of our parents. Unfortunately, most of us might not be so lucky. Times are changing, and with the changing times come changing prospects. The reason most people of this day and age cannot count on such a trajectory is that the financial landscape has changed. Nowadays, inflation is moving at such a rapid pace that by the time people are ready to retire, their money might not nearly be worth as much as they thought it would. In addition, most classical retirement funds just save money with no means of realistically growing the money in tune with the rate of inflation. As such, for the working man, early retirement is becoming more and more a dream. In fact, regular retirement seems damn near impossible for people within this tax bracket. That's the bad news, but there's also good news. In the worst-case scenario, you might have to work for more years than you initially counted on. Since your money will be worthless, you might have to push retirement back further and further. The cruel thing about this already cruel fate is that most jobs have maximum age limits. And so, when you're older, you might have to fend for yourself. Who wants to work when you should be relaxing instead? You could forget about early retirement or late retirement. Then, you just might work until you die. The good news is that to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Since we already know what fate awaits most of us in retirement, then we can prepare for that eventuality today. You might not have to work forever, and an early retirement may be on the cards. Even if you were neither born into wealth nor possess some highly marketable talent or skill. So, in that case, what do you do? Well, you have to apply wealth creation strategies that aren't just about storing money. There are many paths you could go. Ahead, we will highlight a few of them. For one, you can invest in the stock market. Even though investment may seem intimidating, it doesn't have to be. There are so many resources you could use to learn the basics and get started. Take this channel, for instance. You also don't need that much money to get into investments. This is another myth that has gripped the larger populace, and neither do you have to go big or go home. Risk is an element of investment that is often mythicized. You can start small and low risk. Over time, your investment will grow. Interest rates will also ensure that the money isn't rendered useless by inflation. Another thing you could do is to buy options and bonds. These are assets that require you to lend money to banks, companies, governments, and other institutions. The great thing about being owed by these large companies is that you know you'll eventually be paid back. The money may default, sure, but it will eventually come. And another great thing is that it isn't just a matter of waiting to be paid back the exact premium amount. In most cases, you receive regular stipends right up until the principal is paid back. And sometimes the principal amount is also paid with interest. Then again, you can also sell these bonds and options in a secondary market to get more money. The most important thing is to plan for the future. There are so many wealth creation strategies available to those who know where to look. But you can't exactly employ these techniques if you do not know what you want to achieve. And generalist advice can only take you so far, seeing as everyone's financial situation is different. And so, make an analysis of your personal finances. Make an analysis of your income and expenditure. Set strict financial goals. Determine exactly how much you want to achieve and give yourself time. And make sure you take steps towards attaining this goal every single day. Slowly but surely, a willing retirement will inch closer to you. In time, you'll realize you can retire earlier than normal. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned how the expectations for retirement are changing in recent times. Counting on retirement funds is no longer a reality most people can aspire to. In any case, as we've demonstrated, there are still ways by which one can retire early. To learn more, check out other videos on this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a good day. Catch you later.